Welcome to another episode on our channel. It's been a busy week and it looks like it's going to be a busy year, but I'm glad to be back. Work is just really chaotic right now. So it looks like I might be having a few more timeouts than typical. But I wanted to update you on our Thor figure. He is looking absolutely fantastic. He still needs his cape and his stand, but he is pretty much done. But we're at a standstill because our two 3D resin printers died basically about the same time, ironically, and we're waiting for replacements now. So hopefully that'll come in soon. But Thor is our third bust that we're working on. The first one we did was Iron Man. You've seen Iron Man. That came out beautifully, I think. Painted him in metallic silver and then did a black wash. Tried to keep the metallic silver as bright as possible, other than the black wash in the creases of the bust. Captain America was a little more grungier because he had actually a textured uniform on. So, and the crevices were not that deep, so it was hard to keep, and the lines were crisscrossing too, so it was hard to get right angles to the wipes for keeping the silver as bright as possible. It stayed a little grungier than the Iron Man did. Thor has crisscrossing lines as well, but they're deeper. So I think we'll have a better outcome with Thor in terms of keeping the metallic silver on the outer parts of the bust as bright as possible. Hoping anyway. And of course, the three Avengers are going to be in front of the KITBASH more vintage figures of Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. And Thor, and all those statues are in color. So it'll be a contrast to have the silver, metallic silver and black wash to the more vintage looking colorful statues. But I think it'll look awesome. And interestingly enough, Thor comes in a variety of colors. He even has yellow. He's got like yellow boots. He's got wings on his helmet that are white. He's got a silver helmet, red cape. He's got bright blue pants and a darker blue kind of shirt. He's got the silver arms and then silver circles on his the front of his outer jacket here. Interestingly enough, a lot of blue and silver, not unlike some team you know that I root for. And how about those Lions? Didn't they? Well, you probably aren't all rooting for the Lions, but I am originally from Michigan, so I am rooting for my Lions. There are 12 teams that have never won a Super Bowl, but the Detroit Lions have the additional distinction of never having gone to the Super Bowl. There are only 4 teams that have never gone to the Super Bowl, and the Lions is one of them. They came close last year. I'm just hoping, against all hope, I'm just hoping that they do go to the Super Bowl and they take it this year. It's been, again, a dry spell for them. I'm hoping that happens, and maybe Miss Chelsea, little girl, did you really have to be here again? Taking the limelight away from the Lions. Oh, and that's not your best side either. Go on, little one. There we go. All right. So anyway, I'm a happy camper. Jared Goff had a great day, set a record. Didn't know anything about this record, but 18 out of 18 completed passes for 292 yards, scored 2 touchdowns, and actually caught a pass from St. Brown for a touchdown. So the Lions went 19 for 19, but Goff went 18 for 18 for 292 yards. That is a record that will probably not be broken in my lifetime. The last time it happened was when Kurt Warner was the quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals, and he went 10 for 10 for 115 yards. So apparently this is a very challenging thing to do. So anyway, I had to talk about my lines. Okay, it's out of my system now. I'm just gonna hope and pray that they do it. It's been disheartening to watch them year after year not go to the Super Bowl or not even win their division. So of course I am rooting for them. My husband, of course, his team, the Kansas City Chiefs, have won 4 Super Bowls. So they need to give it up. Sorry guys, if you're a fan of somebody else. My husband and I do this all the time. Anyway, we'll pause and get a chance to show you what I worked on today. So this is a pre-Civil War cav officer, and I'm going to just put him with my Civil War set that I've created, all customs. I wanted to pose him very differently and putting his jacket on so you could see the other things he has on at the moment. I think it turned out quite well, actually. I'm very happy with it. So we will we'll pause, get him on a turn trace so you can see him from different angles. We are back, and one of the things I really want to work on and do much better is posing figures. So the other day with Toussaint Charbonneau, who was part of the Lewis and Clark expedition, I had him with his hands behind his head, leaning back with his and inclined and his legs straight out crossed over with oars leaning against his legs. I really felt good about that pose, and it does give the character a lot more realism when you can get a pose that is believable. And I thought, let me try to pose him putting on his jacket, and I think it turned out better than I expected. So I'm going to try to work on that because I think that's part of the collection process, not just getting a figure that you love, but if you can help it, to try to avoid those museum poses as much as possible, but bring real life to the figure. Anyway, we'll go around and see him from all angles. Yep, he's looking pretty sharp. So we have a sword, saber, and a scabbard sheath. We have a holster with a handgun in it. I wanted to add white gloves to this mix. The U.S. belt buckle, the ammunition holder pouch, and the hat. The outfit in and of itself. On the side, underneath this part of the jacket is the pouch that holds the ammunition. Or I think this one holds the ammunition, and the other one holds the gunpowder. So I think we got everything taken care of here. So what we'll do now is get some tighter close-ups from here on up. So the head sculpt is Wentworth Miller from Prison Break a number of years ago. I've used this head before. I made 2 death keepers, custom death keepers for the Dead Queen. and he was one of those heads. And I also put a Van Dyke mustache and beard on one of these heads, and he became my third musketeer. I was going to have Jude Law as the third musketeer, but then changed my mind and made him the third musketeer. So yeah, so my standard is, and it's hard to find really good head sculpts. So I try not to use more than 3 head sculpts on customs that I make. It's hard because, again, it is hard to find really great head sculpts. And when you find a good one, you kind of want to go back to it again and again and again. But it gets old after a while if you probably do it more than 3 times. So that's my rule right now anyway. So anyway, here he is closer up so you can see more details. You can see the gloves that he has in his belt, the US emblem on the belt, the ammo pouch on the belt, the holster that's going around right now on the other side, and the saber, which is showing up now. He has this wonderful vest on, and he is putting this jacket on. Ooh, there's a little string attached to the end of the sleeve. I'll have to get that, but it happens in real life too. So, love the hat too. So we'll pause now and get a tighter close-up of his face. We'll just go side to side here. This side. And here. And there you go. I made the holster, and I'm sure I didn't do it quite right. And it may need a repositioning, but when I do the update, I'll let you guys see it. But here's one last look at our figure. I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, please consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.